Raging Gale by James Ryan. Read by the author. Part the 12th. The Gale strikes a ship. Hope watched as the pace of the Raging Gale's crew picked up as word spread about the other vessel. While the men had moved at a leisurely pace before, they were now mustering for an encounter, with grim determination mixed with glee. She heard many voices as the Raging Gale came alive with anxious men, calling out as a chorus with Captain Sanders, the choir mistress. "Unfurl the fore topsail!" she called out. "Mr. Kelly!" "She's headed due east," cried the watch on the bowsprit. "See to the gaff, sharp!" Osai cried, "Mr. Cullen, state of your guns!" A tall man with long brown hair, lying on his head like seaweed, replied, "They be ready, sir." "She's now doing a good 8 knots, cried Bosfeld from atop the mainmast. "Mr. Betnick, the powder!" cried Collins down the hatch. "Powder set and ready," came the reply from a red-haired man who emerged with a barrel of gunpowder. "Steady the tiller!" Captain commanded, while 4 men jumped to obey as she pulled out a spyglass and leveled it at the horizon. "Arm yourselves and be ready," Osai commanded. "Run with the wind, lads," the captain said as she went back to the tiller. "Bow leeward." Hope saw the crew draw axes and long blades. "Busses on the ready," cried Osai. "She's trying to trim her sails," called Bosfeld. "Damnation! Ready the swivel to the bow mount!" Hope saw a squad of men with short firearms with cone-like openings on the muzzles, lining up before Osai. Each man presented his blunderbuss for the quartermaster to see. Each then turned to stuff theirs with gunpowder and shot. "There!" Collins called out, and Hope felt the energy aboard the ship grow, as she and the rest of the crew could now see the ship themselves. The small white sail on the horizon was slowly growing larger as the Gale moved in on her prey. "Know ye any battle hymns?" Captain Sanders cried out to Hope. "Now'd be a time to play them." Hope could barely contain herself. Her dismay at the suggestion that she could ever have known a song to march into battle on, let alone be able to play it on the cittern, were playing on her face and left her jaw agape. Osai turned from his oversight of the crew and said to Hope, "If you do not think you can handle the battle, now would be a time to get below decks. It could get very ugly here." The hard look in his eyes stood out, not because it was there, but because she just knew it was not meant for her. The tone of his warning showed a concern for her well-being, the likes of which she had not heard since the ordeal began. Hope closed her mouth, gave a nod, and tried to get to the hatch to go below. With most of the crew now manning the guns or the sails all on deck, ready for the fight, her going was slow. "Send her a warning!" cried Captain Sanders, and the small artillery piece that had been brought up from below and fixed to a swivel hole on the bow was lit. Thank you for taking this moment with me. If you want to keep up with new chapters as they get posted, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications for when pieces go up.